AutoLine at CES is brought to you by ETAS, Gentex, Intrepid Control Systems, Magna, and by Yazaki Innovations.
Dave Robbins is the CEO and the founder of Intrepid Controls. You guys got a lot of cool stuff here at CES. What are you showing everybody today?
Thank you, John. It's great to see you here. The big thing I want to talk about today is our wireless connected vehicle platform called Wireless Neobuy. And we've been building it for the OEM for over 10 years now, so it's a very mature software platform. But typically we're selling to engineering fleets and OEMs to develop the vehicle. And we really have been working with all the OEMs globally, nearly. What we've done is we had one of the largest OEMs use this product to do development, and then they wanted to do a series production run, a smaller fleet of vehicles, like 3,000 to 5,000.
Okay, but wait, cool. What are they buying from you? What are you doing here with it?
So what we're selling is the ability to put a platform in the vehicle that is connected wirelessly, and it connects to all the vehicle's electronic systems. And then this platform does data logging, remote access, fleet management, OTA. That includes the cybersecurity, everything. And what's interesting about this is that it came from the engineering background, so it has a lot of depth behind it for the engineers. So typically a lot of these systems that you would build, like for CEO, C-level stuff, they'll have like dashboards. So we have the dashboards that you would expect for those type of customers. But what's interesting about this is we really have the meat behind it. So when the engineers tackle the issues that they find, we can actually show the actual individual data points. And it's just a whole new way of working. So like you can actually just email a link and you can actually see the data. It just comes right out of the data. And since the data is all on the server, you don't have to transfer files or anything like that. It's all basically done. So
it's all about accelerating product development time, right?
Yes. So like you can there's intermittent issues that happen because the electronic system is very complicated, and you could have something like, well, if this turned off before that, and then this ECU fell asleep, they all stay awake, and then the battery drains. So there's things like that, this mystery, and they might only happen on certain cars in certain ways. People like turn the key or like enter and leave the vehicle. So this is something that when that happens, you can trigger, and then it automatically uploads, and the responsible engineer will just get a text on his phone. He just clicks a link, and then he can see this plot immediately, and then he can know where with plots and everything like that. So the amount of time it takes to narrow down these issues that were impossible before, it's vastly accelerated.
So if somebody's at the proving grounds, they find something, they can send it to the engineering center that might be halfway across the country, or
exactly.
Or from
it doesn't
a supplier.
matter. It doesn't matter. All these companies are global, so they can work on problems 24/7, and they might have the issue might only happen in Dubai, right? So it's like it's in the middle of the desert, and this one particular, we had a customer. Well, he smoked, so since he rolled down the window, the temperature in the cabin increased by a few degrees, and that caused issues. So, how do you find stuff like that? And there's a lot of stories, that happen. That you need to have these tools, to do that. And it's about making things move, and it's about understanding where you're going in terms of how fast can you release a vehicle? Is it going well or going not? How does a CEO even know? Are we going to be able to ship this vehicle next year or not? If he looks at the dashboard, it's like, oh yeah, everything's working, or it could be the opposite. You want to know sooner, right? You're making decisions. When you're running these companies, it's like you don't know all the information, but you make the best decision you can based on what you know. Yeah.
One of the themes that we keep hearing here at CES is the software-defined vehicle. Does this fit into that in any way?
Of course, yeah. So the software, it's a buzzword, so it depends on what you mean by that. But software-defined vehicle really is, because software has been in the vehicle forever, but it kind of decouples the hardware from the software. But a big part of the software vehicle is to update it, right? So connected vehicle allows you to do that, and cybersecurity is a factor, because without cybersecurity you can't do anything. So if part of this is like working like a bank, like you trust the bank with your money. We use the same technologies, around that to transfer your data, So we went under a lot of security security researchers with OEMs, large OEMs groups to make sure that this data is sent back and forth, and then as far as OTA goes, that's something that we do all day long at the OEMs with their engineers. So it's really the same files. And that's another thing. By bringing the engineers and the aftermarket kind of together, you kind of, a lot of times they were doing everything twice. Like we do this in engineering and we do this. The reality is that everything's so complicated now. You can't do it twice. You're lucky to get it done once. So that's one of the things that by taking your engineering, all the work you did in engineering, put it into like more of a fleet application or actually production vehicles, it could be a real bonus.
So one question, you said that this is wireless. Doesn't that make it easy for hackers to get into it?
No, so that's back to your mobile phone and the security. So we partner with Verizon, and, we partner with AWS as we follow all their protocols to get bank level security. So same thing, pretty much most of the internet runs on. And we can also run our server software at the OEM themselves, so that if they don't want to share the data or interact with Amazon in that way, so it's really up to and that's one of the things also we provide. So some people design it or for example, you bought the software from Amazon, right? Well, you have to they give you the software, but you have to use their cloud, right? So that's one thing that we do have, is that we're independent of that, but we partner with them too. So because they're obviously the leader.
Yeah. Well, very interesting. I mean, you're literally helping automakers develop cars faster, catching problems sooner, and fixing them sooner.
Yeah. And then this device itself, NeoVi Connect, is the first platform that will meet all the requirements for EMC, or like electromagnetic capability, weather, things like that. Something you can mount on a vehicle, and where traditionally it's more like an engineering box. So this is kind of the new thing, where we're doing all the standards that the OEMs require for quality, and it's.
Good. Dave Robbins, thanks for bringing us up to speed with what you're doing at CES.
Yeah, it's real exciting. Yeah, have a good time.